way up to the mine. Going up to the mine club. It is open for the first time in like a month. So I gotta get up there and check on my equipment and see how it's going. No, I did not get a haircut. I did shave, but no haircut yet. And yeah, just be making my little ride on up the road, and I will get with y'all when I get closer to the mine. Going down the driveway. Alrighty, gotta grab a few things here. I gotta wait like 15 or 20 seconds. I only have two hands, so you missed the part where I opened the lock and took it out, but there it goes. The gate is open. Moving on down the road. Kind of wet down in here. That's always a good sign. Need water down here to make it all. Here we are. Fresh air and no dog crap smell. Love it. There's my camper. What a mess. Been a couple of weeks since I've seen this place. Well, almost a month since I've seen this place. In my little walk around, I got something in here. Must have fallen over because the wall of my little garage is bulging. Well, let's see what's going on in here. Oh, okay, the ladder with the trash pump on top of it that was resting on top of the stack of tires has fallen over. One propane-powered refrigerator, two propane-powered refrigerator, and BJ's sluices are still in there. Okay, we're good. Check my water level. Oh, it is full. That is good. Gotta air up the tire. Got a little battle scar on my tire here. Pretty sure it was sabotage. I got it up on Mount Antero, and it's in a very odd spot. Can't really think of what I could have run over to gotten this little battle scar. It's in such a spot where you would think that nobody would be able to repair it, but yeah, I guess I'm a little bit weird about how I do things. I try a couple of different things to fix things when I fix things, and I usually wind up fixing it pretty good. Up in the mountains in Colorado, and the inflation will last me about a day. Down here in Georgia, it'll last me about a week. Yeah, there it is. Nice sidewall right next to the rim. And don't say, oh, well, the rim's dented right next to it, so that's got to be why. No, that's not why. The whole rim is pretty bent pretty well. Let's go over to the other side. Look at that rim. That rim holds air just fine. So it's yeah, it's nice little double-edged stab. I've got 4 plugs in there right now. 4 plugs, some Mount Antero dust, and some Gorilla Glue. So I've got my little visitor over here. I haven't seen her in a month at least. Shorty, what you doing over there? Did you get some spider web on your face? Did you get some spider web on your face? You got one baby down here. Everybody else get eaten? Everybody else get eaten for dinner? Hey, baby. Anyway, yeah. You want a little blueberry cracker snack? Huh? Here you go. Me. Come on, silly. Is that far enough away? It's Belvita. It's all I got. It's full of vitamins and shit, right? Yeah, yummy, yummy. What about it, baby? Where'd you go? Where did baby go? I don't know where baby went, but I don't really care. I saw my little friend. I need to go check on my mining spot. The rest of the crowd finally came down to say hello. Clean up the dust that was left behind by Shorty, the shortest adult Georgia deer I've ever seen. She's way back there in the back by the log. Anyway, got my ATV warming up. Deer aren't too terribly spooked out. They've acted worse. Like when I drive through that little area right where they're eating, that one in the front, picking up all those tiny little bits. So we don't get raccoons and possums and stuff out here. We clean up every little bit, and then the birds will take care of the rest. That's why it's good to catch them in the middle of the afternoon when the crows are gone. It's just deer and birdies. Anyway, I've run this thing in about a month, so it's going to take... Oh, wait. I hear it changing. maybe I just got to give it a little tap. Yeah. Yep, that's all it took. A little tap. Well, here I am down at my digging spot. It looks like the equipment is all still here and my pump is still covered up. That's good. What's not good is it appears my dam is having some problems with its general appearance. I guess we've had some rain since the last time I was here, and my water is no longer up to here. It's down about 1.5 feet, so that's not very good. I will have to fix that before I can start digging. But go over here and see what's going on. There's BJ the Crow's setup. Go on the search bar and type in BJ the Crow. That's my mining buddy up here. He's got his YouTube channel. He's got a whole bunch of videos, and of course I've got my previous YouTube channel, Blunderbunk Urban Prospector, which I have to pretty much abandon because I don't really know how computers work, except for the fact that my email and everything got hacked. So I had to start completely over, brand new channel and everything. Yeah, this is my little digging area. This little crater I dug out here. If you know anything about placer gold, you would know why I dug right here. But, well, you can't dig right here. You're not allowed to dig within a handle of a shovel length from a tree, like 5.5 feet. You're supposed to give it. But anyway, go on up here to where I've got my stuff currently set up next to the big tailing pile. I was hoping to get some mercury out of it, because I have a problem figuring out how to make mercury work, along with other things that I have problems trying to figure out. But yeah, a nice big tailing pile here, and not one drop of mercury. A couple of little specks of gold in there, but other than that, nothing really going on. All the really good gold. Oh dear, that was almost bad. I don't have a protective case for my phone yet. Anyway, yeah, so good gold. Remaining good gold starts down here, where there are no tailing piles. You see a tailing pile there, tailing pile there, tailing pile there, tailing pile there, all the way up next to these ditches. But yeah, I got some stuff to do though, because I figured out that probably the better gold for me is located elsewhere other than over there, or even right in here or down in there. It is somewhere else. Here's where I found some good gold. I didn't dig here very long, as you can see, and unfortunately I set up the high banker and the long tom and all that stuff, and then took it down after running just a small amount of stuff. The reason I stopped is because when I was digging this hole, started finding trash. I wasn't really looking for trash. If anything, I was looking for mercury, but not a lot of mercury at all. There's a couple of chunks of broken glass, some chunks of charred firewood. Here's some. Yeah, what would charred firewood like that be doing down in here with a bunch of broken glass if it wasn't just a dump? But there was some chunky bits of gold in here. Impressive chunky bits. So yeah, the 25 feet from the creek, that's the rule. That's right here. 25 feet from the creek, which is over there. It's not really a creek though. It's a spring, and it starts right there. There's a little hole that's got some water coming out of it right there. That's the start of it, and then it tees up with another little spring over there, and then it comes down to here, and you got a decent little miniature flow. Not enough to run a sluice box or anything, but it does have a flow, and after a while it does fill up your pond, and after a while it does get kind of nasty, even though I'm got all my tailings dropping in way over there. You see that my tailings are making it down to this log jam right here, or stump jam, or whatever you want to call that. Yeah, I gotta get some equipment moved, and I don't have 3 hands, so, and like I'm saying, I don't have a protective case yet. You're welcome for that little bit of action. Yeah, I got a little bit of a screwed up knee from a car accident a couple of years ago, and since I have my little autism problem, and I had a hurt wrist from a previous incident, since I didn't get any kind of settlement or anything from the Canadian girl that smashed into my car. She ran a red light, happened right in front of a cop. And they let her run off back to Canada and left me sitting. And when they finally got a hold of her, I'd already gotten disability. And they're like, "Oh, well, you got disability. You don't need any money out of this girl. Have a nice day." And that was that. But yeah, I gotta put the camera away, and I gotta move some stuff around, and I will get with you when I've got everything set up. Okay, so I had to take a little break, got my stuff moved, got my dam fixed. I realized I didn't not only put on boots, I forgot to bring boots. That's why I slipped and fell earlier. So I am gonna be using my slippers for a couple of days here, because I don't feel like risking going out and getting sick to grab boots. Not the first time I've done stuff in slippers, but yeah, it should be interesting nonetheless. But anyway, like I was saying, I got my dam just about
just about fixed. It's still got a good leak somewhere way down, well, not way down, kind of down low, but it's filling up with water. It'll work. And yeah, like I said, moved all my equipment, well, most of my equipment from up there to over here. And there it is. Got the high banker and a standard sluice box dropping into my sewer tube where, well, we have a lot of mud around here, muddy rocks, and the muddy rocks are gonna drop down on here and sit down in here, and it's gonna pile up right here. And then I grab my classifier over there, and I get the rocks in there, and I sift them all down onto this mat, and then it flows back down onto this mat, and then it makes its way down here into my, I'll just call this the bottom dollar on film, but yeah, that's the bottom dollar sluice. It's a reversible sluice that I made. It works pretty good. And then it drops down into my extension piece and down in there to settle, where the water goes on down and comes on back up. I gotta get some firewood before it gets dark. It gets dark real soon when the leaves fill in out here. And as you can see, the leaves have filled in out here. It's 1st of May. And yeah, anyway, need to get up some firewood, but not just any firewood. It's got to be special firewood. I need these little branchlets, pine knobs, little remnants of what used to be tree branches. These little tumors, sometimes they're okay, but they're not very heavy. I'm looking for something a little heavier than that. Sometimes you'll see people carve some cool stuff out of these, but these are a little too far gone for that. You need to just kind of scratch around and see if I can find some that look like that. Still got some weight to it. And throw them in my bucket. And then take them over the road over there where my ATV's parked, so I don't have to carry them and put additional unnecessary wear and tear on my knee. There's a cute little one right there. Just kind of look around, see what I can see, and pick it up. The specific reason that I'm picking up these specific pieces of firewood are so I can get my fire really hot. Gotta have a nice hot fire to burn your black sand with. So it makes it brittle and loosens up all that gold that's trapped up inside your black sand. So gotta walk around and forage for firewood. It's kind of like finding mushrooms in the forest. You just gotta look real hard and know what you're looking for. And here's a nice fallen tree. There's got to be some pieces around here that don't look like that. Here's a nice piece. It's got some weight to it. I like that. Whack some of these other ones loose and see if they're any good. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. Pick up all these. Just got hung up on one of these sawbriars. That's what you call sawbriars. If I get this to focus, step on it real good. And yeah, that's what you find in the forest in the southeast. These long vines with these little, basically rose thorns on them. Keeps wanting to focus on everything behind it. Maybe I need to get it out of the light, but yeah, it's got some nice little thorns all over it. They snag onto your shirt, yank you down, tear your hood off your head, tear your glasses off, rip your eyes out. But yeah, this is what I'm doing at this particular moment, is grabbing these little pine knobs. And jackpot. I just found enough pine knobs to last me all night and probably tomorrow too. Lots and lots and lots. And the best part is, it's right next to the road. So I'm gonna have any problem getting all the firewood that I need. Oops. Well, that piece is good. This nice little chunk is not rotten. It looks rotten. That whole chunk of crap I just broke off probably weighs about 8 pounds. Yeah, that piece is around a pound, maybe a pound and a half. That's pretty heavy, and that stuff will light on fire even if it's raining out. So yeah, I'm gonna put my little phone away and grab me some firewood. Right, back at camp, got a big pile of firewood. Run the generator for a little while. I can run the air conditioner for a little while so I can cool off the inside of the camper because it is hot inside the camper. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to load these little pieces of wood into this burn barrel right here. I'm going to burn the wood, and when I burn the wood, it's going to burn this black sand right here. This, if you don't know what black sand this is, what you wind up with in the bottom of your gold pan, where it's mixed up with the gold, and there's actually gold that is locked up inside this sand. You gotta heat it up in the fire, get it nice and red hot. And I like to pour ice cold water on it and try to shock that stuff, break it up into real small little bits, and then screen it and pan it out. There's a lot of gold in there. There's a lot more gold in the black sand that you'll get out of one cleanup from digging out here in this place than you will just panning out gold in your regular just panning out. You know, you might get like a half a gram of gold in your cleanup, but there's like a half ounce of gold in just this container of black sand right here, which is about half of a 5-gallon bucket worth. So basically, yeah, get your fire going, get it as hot as you can with whatever you got to make a nice hot fire with, and you burn it for 4 hours at the minimum is what I like to do. About 4 hours at the minimum. The longest I've ever done it was about 6 hours, and it took 3 buckets of water before the sand stopped being glowing hot red. So yeah, not gonna get it that hot. That was kind of unnecessary, but I'm gonna get it hot enough. Alright, so it is not late at night, it's about an hour after sunset. Still running the air conditioner, still running the generator. I got my fire going, and it's about medium hot, you know. The barrel isn't glowing red hot yet, but sometimes it does. Like right there, I guess it's a little red, but yeah, I'm waiting for the sand down in there to get red, and then I pour some ice cold water on it, and it breaks it up into little pieces, kind of like what would happen if you threw some boiling water onto a frozen windshield. So my firewood is just about burned up. My barrel's nice and red. It's nice and hot down here where I feed it. And yeah, I can't really tell how hot that is, but it's getting close to being hot enough. So I got my bucket of water, ice cold and ready to go. And then in here, I guess I need to go in here and grab my screen. There it is. Old window screen. That's useful. Yeah, old window screen. Yeah, I'm gonna put the window screen over, pretty much over the top of that before I pour the water on there. Because when I pour the water on there, it's gonna shoot steam and as much sand as it can, about 30 feet straight up. It's best to hold your breath when you do that. It's also best to put on some sort of long sleeve shirt and either dip your sleeve in water or take a wet towel and wrap it around your sleeve before you go throwing a big bucket of ice cold water on something that's nearly 1,000 degrees. I don't know how well you can see this little couple of blacks, well, not black, kind of browner spots on my hand. That's from a couple of years ago. It looked a lot worse a couple of years ago, but yeah, that's what happens when you're not real careful doing this. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to douse it. Alright, it's about time to douse it. I don't have a tripod yet, so I got this thing propped up on the dashboard inside my Jeep, so there's not going to be any flashy noise that you get with this either. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and hop out and go do it. That was hot. And it is still hot. That is some hot, bubbling action. I don't think you can go anywhere and find water bubbling more vigorously than a natural hot spring or something. That's real hot. So the water's jumping real high in some spots. That means from experience that there is still dry sand on the bottom that's just now getting hit by water. And it's exploding down in there. I mean, look in there, it's not nearly as hot as it was a few minutes ago. But down in the bottom of that cauldron, it's pretty hot. Even still, even right now, it is hot. And it is bouncing water all the way up here. It's bouncing droplets of water 2 feet up. That is hot. See if I can find something to stick in there and see what's going on down here. A little bit of a stir. See that sand up on the edge. Cool it off a little bit here. Sit here long enough, all my water evaporate off. And if it doesn't rain tonight, I can look at it dry in the morning. That's always kind of fun, looking at it dry. Maybe I'll kick it back up a notch. Put some wood back in here. Get it going again. Yeah. You can see how there's very little water in there now. Still, there's a couple of spots in the center where it's still spattering water pretty bad. Not 2 feet up anymore, more like a foot. But it's doing pretty good. Anyway, that's how I burn and prime my black sand. And I will get with that tomorrow morning. It's the next morning. There it is. It's not very black anymore. Not like what you see in here. Well, that's kind of reddish. Both these buckets have already been burned and sifted down to get their 20 and 40 mesh contents out. But you can still tell, even though it's wet, that's much darker than this is over here. Plus, when you pick this up and you drop it, you can see dust. You see all that dust flying away? There wasn't any dust in it yesterday. That means that when I burned it, some of the little smaller, finer pieces, the delicate pieces that came brittle, broke off of here. And now it's down in the kettle waiting for me to scoop it up and pan it out. But I'm going to do that when I get home. Because I got other stuff I got to do today. Alright. Got my water running. My dam isn't as good as I want it to be, but it's good enough. It'll work. I've got my water running. I can see it blasting out of my hose and coming down the high banker. Gotta pinch off the water. This is the guy that I got this from didn't put a proper valve on there. I'm gonna pinch it off and stick it in this hole over here in the milk crate. Looks like a good spot. Oh, wait, get in there. There we go. Well, it looks good for eyeballing. I gotta lift this side up just a little bit with something. Probably use a stick. Sort of lift this side up ever so slightly. That's better. Got my little settling area over there. Grab my screen. Uh-oh. I forgot to put that in. This is a very important piece of the high banker. And it needs to go in there. If you're going to have a problem with the hose exploding, it's going to happen right now because there's a lot of pressure running through these hoses. There's some little drip action going there from the pressure that it can't take. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get my mat in here. Get in there. Get in there. It's torn so it catches on the thing. But even though it's torn, it works great. That specific type of welcome mat catches so much black sand. And that's really what I'm after. Because in this area, there's more gold in your black sand than there is in your loose cleanup. But not in this hole. There's some chunky gold in this hole. Continue on down here and level out this bottom sluice. This one doesn't matter. That's just to help break up dirt a little bit. This bottom dollar, this is the one that matters as far as the bottom after my little settling reconstitution area. Might have to put the phone down for this one.
That's better. Makes a little bit of a turn right here, and then comes over my little drop slot area. Goes over my little door threshold. Goes over the next drop slot area that's over the door threshold, and then back down onto some black mat with some expanded steel over the top of that, and then some house siding and some more door threshold. It works very nicely overall. But yeah, I don't have 3 hands and I don't have a tripod, so I'm not gonna do one of those hyperlapse, time lapse, whatever you want to call it, things. I'm gonna just dig some stuff and get back with you. So that's how much I dug so far for today. Not very much, almost a bucket. Maybe a bucket and a half, I don't know, somewhere between a bucket and a bucket and a half. Got it on autopilot right now, but my little settling pond mid-sluice is about full. I'm gonna take my screen, put it over here. A smaller screen would work better, but I didn't bring it, like the boots. Wearing my slippers today. But look at all that nasty. That's still mud, chunky mud. There's gonna be gold in that. People are like, oh, why are you using more than just one high banker? That's why. Georgia clay is why I'm using more than just one high banker. So, get it back upstream here, give it a better chance to wash off. See, like I'm saying, the smaller the screen, the better. But it did help. It did help. You know, you got a couple of rocks that dropped off of there. See how they're still muddy? There could be gold stuck under that chunk of mud right there. You don't know. The high banker didn't get it out. The backup sluice didn't get it out. And running across this mat didn't get it out. So now that I've run it through that, you got stuff that looks a little bit cleaner, you know, but I can just take a handful of it and hold it in my hand and rub it into the mat, just kind of massage it on in there and get it all cleaned off, you know, check it for nuggets and toss it, you know, scoop up some more, check over it, toss it. And yeah, that's what I do out here to get a little bit of gold and a whole bunch of black sand with a whole bunch of gold. So I'll get back with y'all in a little while after this thing fills up, and we'll see what I got. Alright, so I dug for a couple hours, about worn out, about done digging for the day, but right now I'm getting this nice and soft so I can dig on it tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Probably be digging on this spot tomorrow, because these are nice rocks right here, nice size placer rocks that's gonna have some good stuff in it. And yeah, I'm gonna
get stuff somewhat disassembled and start doing my cleanup here in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I got my little catcher down here so I can catch stuff that comes out. So I'm going to let just a tiny little bit of water out of here so it can start draining. A lot of nice stuff in here. That dark sand, that's what we refer to as black sand. That's the smaller version of the stuff that I roasted last night in my burn pit, my barrel. Try to get this mat as clean as I can. Still got stuff packed in there, but again, I don't have 3 hands, so I'm gonna have to do that separately. Take water down just a little bit more. Take this one out very slowly so that I don't get too much stuff lost. If there's any real good gold in here, it ain't gonna get lost. It's gonna drop straight down. Just prop this up with this. There. Not losing nothing now. There, take this ripped mat. There's my ripped mat that everybody saw ripped and they thought it wasn't going to work. Well, it worked. Not only did it work, it weighs about 10 or 15 pounds. It caught a lot of stuff. That kind of mat, I know you've seen that before. They used to have a green version with a little daisy in the upper right hand corner. I need that 3rd hand now, so I'm gonna get back with y'all in a few minutes. Alright, I am sitting at my campsite and I'm gonna have to hold my phone with an unfamiliar hand, and anyway, that's what's going on in the bucket. Got about 5 pans in there, maybe 4. There's a lot of little pebbles and stuff in there that are gonna get classified out. So, take 1 scoop and 2 scoops. And I shook the bucket around real good, rinsing it out, so I'm not sure how much stuff is going to be in the first pan or two. Not sure what that is. Kind of an odd rock. Oh no, it's not focusing. I think that's magnetite. I'm not sure. I'm going to throw it in the magnetite bucket. And I don't see any nuggets or anything, so I am going to add it to my little walkway. And I'm going to see if I got anything in here. Let's see if there's anything in here. Lots of black sand, a couple little pieces of jet, a couple little garnets and things. And nothing in that pan. Just a bunch of black sand and stuff that's going into the black sand bucket. Stick back in here. This time I'm going to take a big scoop from down all the way at the bottom. We want to see some gold. Scoop. All right. Quick look through here. Cute little piece of jet right there. A little jet stone. I think it's jet. Yeah, that's jet. I'm gonna throw it in the black sand bucket. Whatever. I'm gonna probably go through some of that stuff and see what I got. There's some magnetite. Throw that in there. There's another little jet stone. Yeah, nothing but just little pebbles and stuff in there now. Can't tell if that's iron or not. Find out. Alright, let's see what's in the pan. Yep, gotta change angles a little bit here. Alright. Leaf stuck to my bottom of my hand. Didn't want to get off. see if I got anything in this one. Some chatstones and some garnets and some chunky bits of iron. All the things you would expect from the bottom of a bucket. Ugh. Show me some gold. Oh, there's a little piece right there. Come on, focus. Gold right there. A little piece. So get my sniffer bottle and I'll suck it on up. See if there's anything else in here. And there's some flour gold. There's a little piece right there. There's another piece right there. Another little piece over there. I'm going to do this pan again when I get my hand freed up. Yeah, a couple of little pieces of flour gold in there, and whatever that is, whatever this stuff is that's mixed up in the sand that's not black. It's like kind of silverish. It's not mercury. It's just whatever's mixed up in the black sand. It's like a grayish silver or something. But yeah, a couple of tiny little bits of gold. Again, I'm doing this with one hand, so it's not super duper accurate. But anyway, that's I guess about it for this video. It's probably long enough for my first good video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.